Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Today, an exciting battle in the NFC between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
380. Get out. 380. Get out.
Right to the air is Herbert. Catch is made by the rookie from WVU. And he has it right near midfield here. That's about a yard short. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. And just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Play action now. Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Get it. Let's go.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, come on.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. He gets 6 on that play. That's going to give the Commanders a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Unlock line. Let's go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Defense showing blitz. Daniels. Jump off Popeye's back. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Ready?
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Motioning left is their running back. Daniels now on first down. Short pass brought in. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Washington first down. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25.
And the Washington first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
19 Tiger. Ready?
To throw, Daniels. He's got a man left. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Now Herbert to throw. This is back. Here's Barkley. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
One of the things I love about this offense is how they mix and match their personnel. They move them around. One of the many wrinkles is sending the running back out as a wide receiver. And he's proven he's just as dangerous in that role as he is out of the backfield.
It's a nickel look from the Commanders. 3rd down.
Cap it. Go.
Throw here, 3rd down. And that one's incomplete for now. It brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They got this after forcing a punt at the end of one. They'll run here on first down. He's got room to roam. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. Another carry for him. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here we go.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. Gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
To throw again on second down, Daniels. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jahan Campbell makes the play. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders are willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Herbert from the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He throws a bullet to the center, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Connects on the crosser. They're going to keep moving forward. Brought down inside the opposing 30. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said and how long that gain was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
Got his target. That's Lane. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Again, Daniels to the air. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that we said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Kappa. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
On 3rd down, Herbert. That's caught for the first. Keeps away from one. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More football from the Link coming up in just a moment. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looks like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Set.
Herbert throwing again. Complete out to the right. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
It's Herbert once more. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jonas Saker. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go.
Lower back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
That one's complete, right side. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and short, Daniels. Look at that power, deep left side. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
You know, I I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
He can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to work after throwing the pick. That's incomplete left side. It's Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
He's trying to push the field. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you get more interceptions.
Andrews has it, working downfield. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Now Herbert again. He's going deep this time. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert to throw once more. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd down, Commanders in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off, Trey Amos. And the Commanders get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed to his running back. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he set out. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Come on, come on.
From the gun, it's Daniels. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
Got it, ready? Get it. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And having gained about a handful there. Andrew Makuba attacking to make that stop. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Unlock line. Hey, go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Daniels throwing on third. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Finds him over the middle. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Daniels. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready.
Handoff now out of the gun. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Washington first down.
What a great sign to start the second half of this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Ready. Ready, ready.
Daniels now on first down. That's too close to the sideline, and it's going to be out of bounds. Thought he had a touchdown there, and it's going to be 2nd down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
It's made over the middle, and he'll go down here at the 16.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Five men out in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down.
Come on, come on. Set.
Play fake here, Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere. When you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
12 yards. And an Eagles first down.
21.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Eagles down. First and 10.
Herbert back to throw. And they pick him off again. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he gets back to the line, but no more. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Daniels. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. Slow snap, had to rush that kick, and this is a short one. And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Left some... on the bone with that one.
At their own 39-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation. Just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
2nd and 10. Herbert trying again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Commanders, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it, that's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Is it in close? And a big shot keeps him out of the end zone, but they're just a yard away now as that play brings them to 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Daniels setting up to play action. Rolling out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders make it a 24-point ball game. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Brought in right side. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's Eagles football, and they're going to look for points here, but it might be a little too late for them in this lopsided game. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Ready.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
Coverage by Mikey Sanderstill.
Set. Ready.
Back to the air, Herbert. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down.
380. Let's go.
Desperation time here. Andrews has it, working downfield. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now Herbert again. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
It's Herbert once more. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10.
Ready.
Give a dive up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10 at the 19-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Come on. Set.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Daniels back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Down the left sideline he goes. A lot of space ahead. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
In the red zone now. Throw left side, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders making a 3-score game in the fourth. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to drop plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. Things going well so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. defense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Herbert now. Headed out right. Complete out to the right. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chains moving too. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for his...
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kane Medrano makes the play. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. First down now, ball at the 33.
Check, Panthers, ready.
Here's the one back on the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
They give it to him again. He only can get his yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
Cowboy 80. Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Hot 70, hot, hot.
Here's the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Let's go now.
Back-to-back carries here. Pop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Commanders moments away from their 4th win of the year. The Eagles into the nickel, 3rd down coming. 3rd and long for him here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
Here's another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. The catch is made near the edge. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Set. Ready.
Herbert from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles putting up points in a game decided. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles getting back to a 19-point deficit.
Bears 41, Eagles 22.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Kickoff for Philadelphia.
Fielded at the 7.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. A design run. Daniels will keep it. Lining up to take a knee on second down. This one set up for Daniels. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Philadelphia.